Welcome to this session where we discuss the place of a man in society, in the world, in the family, at the place of work. Where is a man supposed to sit? Where is the man domiciled? Where is the man located? Because there's a serious identity crisis with a man today. And a man, the Bible says, is the head of the family. But I want to say that a man is the head of the family who is at the bottom. Because as the head of the family, then you also are the foundation of the family. Believe you me today, every man who sits at the position of the head without realizing that they should primarily be the foundation, be at the bottom of the family, then that family experiences pain and crisis throughout the lifetime of that family. But even before we get to that, I want us to talk about the identity of man today. And if you are a man and you are watching me, I just want to confirm to you and tell you, you are enough. You are okay. You are sufficient. You have everything that is needed for you to succeed. We are living in a society where man is expected to give. And unfortunately, man has lost his identity, his place, his position, because there is really no one that pats the man on his shoulder and tells him, well done. That is why as a man, you must be able to identify and clearly understand your position. But before we get to your position, I want to talk about your identity as a man and my identity as a man and where it is founded. And my identity as a man is founded in the intentions for God creating me as a man. And the word of God says that when he looked at what he had done, he said everything was beautiful. That included man. When God intended to create man, he said, let us make man with our own image, in our own likeness. A repetitive phrase, meaning the first phrase talks about an extent of software, of hardware, and the rest of the part talks about the software aspect of God and a man. So therefore, I'm just here to reassure you as a man that you are enough, that you have God's image, that you have God's intent, that you have God's power within you, because the Bible says that we can achieve so much through Christ who strengthens us. Another part of the Bible says that we achieve greatness by his power that is working within us. So you are enough as a man, and therefore you do not need validation. I was speaking in a man's forum somewhere, and a man asked me, I have done so much for my family, but I find like these people do not appreciate. I am expecting them to tell me well done. I am expecting them to tell me that I have gone out of my way to do so much for them. And I told him they will not see it, because the foundation of any building is not counted as part of its beauty. When you look at a beautiful building, remember, nobody says that the foundation is beautiful. Nobody realizes that the entire weight of that building is actually resting on the foundation. We only see the aesthetics value of that building, but forget that that beauty is domiciled, is rested, is anchored on the foundation of the building. So as a man, then you realize that you have your identity in your maker, and therefore you do not need validation. You do not need in this age of social media, you don't need certification, you don't need to be validated, you don't need to have a stamp of certified by anybody, because you are already certified by your maker. And that is why he gave you a role bigger than that of a woman in your family. That is why your role is so much more bigger, and therefore a lot is expected of you as a man. And therefore your identity is cut or domiciled or located or based on the fact that God made you with the intent of you being able to handle the pressure that any foundation of any building must be able to sustain for the building to remain afloat. I hope I'm making sense to you. So as a man, don't beat yourself up. It is okay. Could you be going through a process of job loss? Is your business down? Things seem not to be working. You think you've hit a dead end. I'm here to tell you that this is temporary. I'm talking this just after Valentine's Day, because I know even yesterday there was an expectation on you, and probably and many a times that expectation of you that you met was never reciprocated with the same magnitude with which you gave it. And therefore I'm here to tell you and to reassure you in this first part of this series of being enough of a man and why it is enough for a man to plan. I'm just here to tell you that it is okay that things at times do not go right. Things at times hit a rock bottom. Things at times face south when they should be facing north. At times you do too much and you don't feel appreciated. And therefore my challenge in this, as we end this part one, is just to tell you to learn to appreciate yourself as a man and pat yourself on the shoulders. Those small milestones that you achieve, those small successes that you achieve as a man are very important for you to sit back, tap yourself on the shoulders and say, well done. It's important for a man to treat yourself out. It's important that today you go out, take nyama choma somewhere, go to that joint and enjoy that well done chicken with some fries. Go and take that big hamper of chicken, that chicken basket, and take the remainder home. Why? Because you need to learn to appreciate yourself. You cannot give